Welcome back to the Vineyard, everybody. I'm just down here at the volleyball court, chilling, having a cup of coffee this early October morning. So for today's episode, I think what we're going to do is get our vines sprayed with some fertilizer, and then we'll also use the organic manure that we have stashed over in our pile on the other side of the road over there. But I just gotta admire this beauty here of the entrance. This is a lovely job. Looks very good. I'm impressed myself. It's just wow. But yeah, we'll get our sprayer here filled up. We get to use the 4-row sprayer of the Oxbo. This came with the Oxbo DLC pack. Pretty excited to use that. Try it out. And then we will, like I said, do some, I think over on that field down there. We'll use our organic manure and hit that. So we get a little bit of a variety here. This will be kind of nice. I think we got to fill this up if I'm not mistaken. Let's get in and check her out. Yes, we are empty. So what we'll do is we'll have to bring a pallet out. I don't know how many it's going to take. I guess I didn't look at that in the store here. Yeah, we got all our totes here of fertilizer ready to go. And our ooh, we got a nice quad here. Maybe we could do some ripping and tearing at some point, but for now, we got some work to do. Got ourselves a 2,000 liter tote here. We'll see how far this gets us. Hopefully somewhat far. In she goes. Alright, about halfway, not quite. Let's do one more. We actually won't finish off the tote though, but we can just come back and top up at another time. Not sure how far this will actually get us through the whole process, but I really do like the ability to have spraying 4 at a time, because if one thing was kind of a pain in the ass in this grapes is the actual spraying, and now this kind of cuts that off, so it's kind of nice in that regard. Shut our lights off here. Alright, last little bit. There we go. So get to check this thing out here. Make sure we get through the gate nice and slow so we don't bang anything up. So I'm a little worried about this left side here, because I suppose we could try to squeeze in and start there. We might be a little close to those trees. But as I said in our previous episode, we could probably delete a row of the vines and get them back farther. I wish I would have looked at that when I planted those trees. I never even thought of that. It makes it look good. But yeah, that could be trouble. Okay, so I think I can actually go on this row here, and we'll get 2 on either side. Look at that. Let's fire it up here. And like so, we're doing 4 rows at once. Now I wish it did show where we are at in our mini map of the quarter, but that is a no-go. So we got to kind of pay attention that which row we got to get on when we turn around here. Can be a little tricky. But this is nice. 4 rows. We'll check it out here when we get to the end. As you can see, we're on a hill. It's adjusting appropriately. I think this is one of the best things in this Oxbo DLC, to be honest. We definitely needed some grape TLC, but like I said, where's the olives? I suppose you could use this on a olive yard too. Okay, so we got... Yeah, it's only giving us a 50%. They actually almost want us to do it twice, it looks like, because this is the old fertilizer system. I don't have precision farming on. So we might have to do another pass later. I have to count here, make sure I spin around, so I'll have to Alright, so we can kind of do a hard spin here. So we kind of remember where we're at, otherwise it's going to be kind of difficult. It's actually going to be kind of difficult to get on this thing straight, too. Get ourselves lined up. And do somewhat like this. And there we go. Alright, so I'm going to crack on here. Alright, on the last row here, that actually went pretty good. Pretty happy with that, because we can actually, I didn't even take into account that we could skip a row, because when you're going down the center, you're doing, you know, the left side, the right side, then you can skip another row over, because you already did that one side. So that was not too bad at all. I kind of like that. That was a lot better than what I was expecting. As far as it looks, it's not, obviously not as a blanket sheet like these other two fields were. But let's see what we got here. Let's double check it. So it actually looks like our fertilizer is even less. We got a lot better with the other. Or I don't know if it's reading that in between. But it's not as high as our other fields. So we're going to see what our yield potential is when we get to the end there. But we go run this back. Actually, I did add a weight on this tractor. And it worked a lot better. So this is definitely the tractor to use for this. So we were getting a little light in front making those corners, but it worked out. And it's a lot better now. I think we'll just leave this right here. I want to advance to November once and then check the map before we end today's episode. Alright, welcome to November. Got our vines over here. Looks like they're getting... Well, they're almost about the same that they were last time. I thought they... Oh, this one actually... Here we go. Now they're updating it. They're updating in real time. Look at that. We're getting there. Yeah, so it says fertilized 58. A lot better up here than the manure, so that's something to take into account. I do need to do another fertilization state. I'm going to do that off camera because there was no reason to show you the whole thing over again. But I'm going to go ahead and do that today in November. I also wanted to mention that I did put a workstation here into the shop. This will be our shop, I guess. So if you ever need to add a weight on, tires, whatever. And it should give us another darker blue state. Let's check that out. Yes. So I'll go ahead and do both, or all three of these fields off camera. I'm going to stick to manure on 21. And then we'll check our yield, I guess. But I think on the next episode, we will be harvesting grapes. I think what we'll do is buy that grape juice factory, and we can get them processed, see what we get for pallets before we end the series. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.